Petro.
What's up? What's up, papas?
What's up, papas? I'm excited, bro. Me and you met. How long did we go to meet? Like a year and a half ago?
Maybe like almost going on 2 years. Yeah, something like that.
The first time I met you was at your B&B, right? We were doing content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, ever since then, bro, I think when I first met you, you just papas. That was one thing that I always picked up on, and that's the New York side
It's
of you.
New York. And I'm also like Puerto Rican, so we use terms of endearment a lot. So
Yeah. I think that's one thing about you is that you always you love aggressively.
Yeah.
Like we always joke around, like especially with like the STG guys and stuff like that. Like whenever you start laughing, it's like, all right, everybody hold on. You're about to grab us. But it's like a love thing. And I think I'm Mexican, so like coming from like that Latino culture, I can see that exudes from you, and you're just happy to have a good time. But
yeah.
Well, I'm excited to have you on, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day. I know you just woke up.
Yeah. So if I look like guys, bear with me. I just woke up, and he was like, "We gotta do it today." So we're here.
I'll be out of town, so I just wanted to fit this in. But you're somebody that I wanted to have on for a long time now. Obviously, you're crushing it on all social media platforms.
Thank you.
You're the freaking live pro and put us all on.
Thank you.
The Petro gang. I got a little bit of choice words with the Petro gang sometimes.
I know. It's just because you're down bad right now on TikTok Live. We understand.
Let's calm it down a bit. The jazz baddies are the jazz baddies. But no, that's actually what I wanted to first get into. Is just kind of talk about like your journey and how you started. Because I know a little bit about your journey, not every single detail, but I do know that you started, out in New York. You were barbering and doing stuff like that. And I know you have like some cool stories of people that you might have cut up who's relevant again.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. But prior to social media, I was a barber, hence the tattoos. And
I never even noticed that.
Really?
I've never noticed that.
Are you serious?
Oh shoot, that's fire. Oh damn, I never noticed that.
Wow.
Well, as a guy, I'm not looking at your tattoos.
But it's on my hand though. It's not like it's
when am I gonna see those tattoos, Petro?
On my hand, like just talking.
I know, but I'm not a female. I'm not gonna be looking at your hands.
Well, I was a barber, and I opened up my own barbershop in Staten Island, New York. And this is obviously before anything blew up. I had no, aspirations to be a content creator. Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna be a barber, and that's what I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. And I was looking to open a second shop, and I was just gonna keep opening shops. And I used to cut Tekashi 6ix9ine's hair. I've cut him up a couple times, and actually he's a cool guy. To be honest with you, he's actually a really down to earth guy. This is prior to the
allegations.
Yeah, the allegations. It's an allegation, but
it's funny. He's actually like on like a second prime right now. Like he's back onto. He did a stream with Aiden Ross.
Now he's streaming everywhere.
Yeah, and he's like. Okay, I wasn't like a huge fan of him, but now like watching sorry to cut you off from your story, but now like watching him streaming, I'm like, he's actually kind of funny, bro.
Yeah, he's so clippable.
Yeah,
it's easy for him to get clips.
Yeah,
and so you're right. He is relevant again. He's on Neon stream.
Yeah,
he's on
Neon.
Aiden Ross stream.
Deshay.
Yeah, and it's working. But and when I met him, he was really cool. But I used to cut him up and a couple other people. And I posted a video of me dancing. Because on Sundays, my mom lived in Jersey at the time. I lived in New York. So on Sundays, I would go to my mom's house and we would like hang out so I could spend time with my mom. And she recorded a video of me dancing to the song Otro Trago by Sech. It's a reggaeton song. And I posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And the next day I was like, Mom, our video got 1 million views. And she was like, okay, cool. And the next
That was your first post?
First, I was just posting. Yeah. Not my first post ever. But I just post whatever I want to the people that I know are following me or I'm friends with on Facebook. And the second day, I was like, Mama's at 3 million. And she's like, oh, that's cool. I was like, Mom, I don't think you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, we're going viral. And she was like, what's viral? So we had no clue. Like, was it, and then by the end of the week, the video was at 13 million views.
So at that point, how many followers did you have? And then after that video, Do you remember the numbers at all? Or
I was roughly around like 2,000 followers, and then it shot up to like 15,000 like in a week. And I was like, oh my God, like this is going viral. So I didn't know what to do. I wasn't around any other content creators at the time. So I was just like, all right, now that we have these followers, like, follow my Instagram.
So what'd you post it on?
I posted on all platforms, but it blew up on Facebook.
Oh, so Facebook is where it took off. Yeah. Okay. So then you post that video, you go viral. Did you just like, hey, let me just keep going while it's hot? Or like, why'd you keep posting?
Yeah, that's because like, at first, I was like, I went back to the shop and I was like, oh, my video's viral. They're like, making jokes like, oh, Mr. Famous Man. And I was like, that's cool, man. That means more customers, And my friend was like, no, like, I don't think you get it. Like, you got to keep posting while it's hot, you know? And I was like, okay. And I started to keep posting and videos kept going viral. Yeah. After that.
And then, so what type of style of content were you doing at that time? Because obviously you said the dancing videos, what blew you up? Were you just dancing or were you trying to integrate the barbershop? Like, what was it that you were doing in early days?
And then I was just like, I guess this is my niche. So I just kept doing dancing videos, in the shop and blah, blah. And then it got to a point where I was just like, I want to do this. Like, I love to make people smile. Like, I've always been the guy at the shop making jokes and making everyone laugh. Actually, when I quit the barbershop and like pursued social media full time, I had no clue what I was doing. Yeah. My boy, who was a barber, said that his customers miss me. I'm like, they're not my customers. They're like, oh, like we miss his energy. We miss how, So I've always been like that kind of a guy.
So kind of backtracking a bit. At what point did you decide like, I can leave the barbershop and now I could just do this full time?
I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was in love with it, and I didn't know what I was doing at all. I wasn't making any money. I was just like, I was just so infatuated with growing my page and just seeing what happens. And I was like, I'm selling the shop and I'm moving. And everybody's like, you're crazy. Like, you're 20, you're 25. You have your own apartment. You own a barbershop. You want to open a second barbershop. Why would you sell it? And you don't know what you're doing. I was like, I know my work ethic. Like, I could be a barber again and open another barbershop. So I was just like,
yeah. I think that's like the difference with a lot of people who like get into content and like content is their only thing. That could be a little scary. And I'm pretty sure you can agree with this. Like, you always, if social media were to stop today, you could just go and become one of the most successful barbers again at any point. That's a skill that will never leave you. You always have that. Yes. But I feel like a lot of social media creators now, like, they don't have that backup plan, or they just go all in and do the dream of, I'm just going to drop everything and just go full into it. But I know, like, for me, I have like my marketing degree. This is what I'm passionate about. I love, hence why I have the podcast. I love talking about like the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So it's true. You can just be a barber at any point.
Yeah, any point. I can just pick up a clipper and get right back at it,
So then obviously when you do content, and I feel like I'm kind of in this space right now, so maybe this is like me asking you as well as like a friend, but when people start popping off on social media, it's when you do pop off, it's like, oh, this is really cool. I'm getting a lot of followers, I'm getting a lot of traction, but at some point you hit like a plateau, and like there's like certain numbers where like people just like right now I'm stuck at like right around 290K. And like I feel like I've been stuck there for like months. Was there ever, do you remember like the first time you had to deal with that, where you were blowing up and then at some point you just like plateaued and then you had to just like fight through it? And then how did you fight through that and gain that new threshold?
You're absolutely right. Because when I lived in Florida, because it was blowing up fast. Like, I reached like 250,000 followers really fast. Yeah. On Instagram. I'm quoting. I'm sorry, I'm not, being
exact. Yeah.
So I was on Instagram. I went to 250,000. After COVID, I was at 1 million followers on TikTok because I was just posting every day. During COVID, nobody was doing anything on COVID. Yeah. During COVID, they were just watching, so I was blowing up so fast. Yeah. So right after COVID, I was at 1 million followers on TikTok and 250 on Instagram, and I'm posting. I'm like, wait, they're not hitting no more. Yeah. They're not hitting no more. So that's when you have to. Obviously, be consistent. It doesn't matter, if you don't see your numbers growing as fast as you'd hope so. Yeah. But you also have to reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. That's where you start. Okay, what's what's something that I'm not doing? How can I like redirect my audience back to me? And I started like doing different type of videos so like they don't start getting old. You know. So reinvent yourself is definitely a way to like grow again.
Yeah. So what is it that you did? Like, what was, because obviously you're just doing like the dancing videos, you found your niche. How did you start making new videos, or what type of videos were you making at that time?
Well, I was doing a bunch of dancing videos and skits, but it was only me, and then I started bringing my mom back in the videos. Yeah. And then, they love my mom. Everybody loves, shout out to Mama Clips, man. Everybody loves Mama Clips. I started bringing my mom back into videos, and I started collaborating more with other, content creators. Yeah. And that's when it started like picking up again. Yeah. So you just got to reinvent yourself, and don't be scared to collab. There's someone else's audience never seen you before. So they would love to see you and drop a follow.
Yeah. That was going to be my next question, so thank you for the segue. Appreciate that. Collabing. I know you had like some roommates in the past from, Justin.
Justin Silva. Shout out to Justin Silva, man. I love that, man.
So like, when did you meet him, or was he like your first like roommate that you like made content with, or was there somebody else that I don't know about yet?
Yeah. No. Me and Justin, we did live together for a little bit. I met him in Orlando. We both lived in Orlando. And I just thought he was so funny. And the funny part is, Justin, don't hate me. He didn't even have a lot of followers at the time. I had way more than him. He's past me now. You know what I mean? The man is just so funny. And I loved his videos. And I showed my mom. I remember vividly like showing my mom his video. And I was like, oh, he's so funny. And my mom was like, Justin and Ashley, I love their videos. And I was like, how do you know who they are? My mom was like, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna hang out with them. She's like, bring them here. Yeah. And I invited him over, and I remember he was like, okay, let's do the collab, And I was like, no, like let's hang out first, like. Yeah. And he was like, oh really? Like you just want to hang out with me? I was like, yeah. Like I genuinely like your content. Yeah. And he was like, I know. I'm just waiting for that break, because he was posting every day. They just weren't hitting. And we collabed, and his Instagram skyrocketed, and then he just, hey, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink, Yeah. I was like, I got you that exposure, but he ran on it, ran on his own with it,
Yeah. No, Justin's
crushing awesome. Bro.
Shout out to Justin. And like seeing you two together in person is like, oh, you better be ready, because there's gonna be a lot of jokes, a lot of laughing, and like I remember
when me and Justin are together, you're about to be overstimulated.
I remember, so we went to Florida together, and I was so nervous because like I talk crap, right? But it's different when you talk crap to somebody who are like, y'all two are pretty much stand up. He's a full-time comedian, but like you could pretty much be a comedian as well. So like, that's a different beast. Like, like you guys were just coming up with stuff on the fly.
Also, the difference is, like I've always been outgoing, but then I've worked in a barbershop for how many years? True. Barbershops, we're just making fun of each other all day, you know? So it's like, I have...
Especially in New York.
Yeah, we're in New York, and we're in a barbershop, like, all we do is talk crap, you know what I mean? So we're like, obviously jokingly, but... So you got to be quick with your responses,
Do you ever miss the days of, like, the simpleness of just like barbershop, just going in, hanging out with the guys?
100%. Yeah, I think about it all the time. The simplicity of just like, just doing a couple of haircuts and just talking crap with the guys. Yeah.
Well, fast forward now. Was Justin the last? Yeah, I think so, actually. So fast forward now, and like you're doing content. You move. When did you decide to move to Arizona? Because you went to Florida. Well, first New York, Florida,
California,
Cali,
and then Arizona.
So how long were you in each of those places? Because you started at around COVID. Yeah. And it's only been 5 years, and that's 4 different places.
COVID was in Florida. So
okay, so you started before then.
I started before COVID.
Okay.
So in 2020, I was already in Florida. And I started blowing up. It started like kind of plateauing, and I started switching up my content. And I was like, Mom, I got to move to LA. I don't know why I need to move to LA, but I thought You got followers, you move to LA.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a thing. And I got to LA and I had no clue what I was doing.
So what'd you do in LA?
I don't know. I was trying to collab. I was trying to like see. I was going to a lot of red carpets. I was going so mostly like networking.
Yeah.
You know.
What would you say the biggest difference was from Florida to Cali? I know you say networking, but is it really like that big of a difference? Because I've heard that as well. I think many people heard like, if you start popping off, go to LA.
Yeah.
Is it really like, from your experience, is it really like that big of a difference?
I mean, networking wise, yes.
Yeah.
You know, because in LA, there's always something going on. There's a red carpet. There's a grand opening. It could be a Tuesday, you know, and I'm trying to stream and they're like, hey, you want to come to the red carpet? I'm like, yeah. You know, because I was just so excited. I was so infatuated with content creating and I wanted to like meet more people, you know? Yeah.
I think you just said right there, stream. I want to stream. Kind of like fast forwarding before we come back to like the switching to Arizona thing. You put all of us on to this live streaming battle. Like I've heard of live streaming in the past. But it was more just like the Twitch, like the reacting to videos or playing video games. But then when I met you about a year and a half ago, you introduced us to battling. I was like, oh,
TikTok
what's this?
Live, guys,
yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. TikTok live battles. Because we were going live on TikTok, but we were just playing video games or we were just hanging out, and I was just random, whatever. But the battles, I mean, it changed all of our lives, like the trajectory of all of our lives, and it's really, really fun. But I wanted to ask you, like, somebody must have taught you that, or did you just like figure it out as you went?
Well, that's a good question. Literally, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. I got to Arizona. So, by the way, I was in each state for about 2 years.
Yeah.
So I was in Florida for 2 years. I was in California for 2 years. Then my mom got a job and begged me to come with her to Arizona. I had no aspirations to move to Arizona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my mom got a job and she begged me. This is just a short story. And I get to Arizona, right? And it's my birthday, and I got shot. Oh, and I only been here for a month at this point.
I hate Arizona.
Straight through the leg.
Oh shoot!
And out. I was bed rest for 5 months. I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I hate Arizona. You brought me here.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, there was no beef. I don't even know anybody, so like I just caught a stray of 2 other people. Going at it. And every time things happen, I kind of slow down and watch. And then I should have got my ass out of there. No. Yeah, but I got shot, and I was bed rest, and I was making money by hosting. I was an MC, so I used to MC for Snoop Dogg and MC Magic.
MC Magic,
Frankie J,
AZ Legends.
Yeah. So that's what I used to do for a living. Like I was always on a plane, like and I would host or MC, like keep the crowd going in between concerts and stuff like that. So I was depressed. I was like, how am I gonna make money?
Yeah, because you can't walk.
I can't walk. I can't do anything. I was depressed, and I was on the phone with Justin.
Oh, Silva, yeah.
Justin Silva.
Oh, shoot.
And he was like, what's going on, big dog? Checking in. I heard what happened. And I was like, yeah, I'm just depressed. I don't know how to make any money. I don't know what to do. Like, everything's falling apart. I can't even make content right now.
Yeah.
I'm bed rest. And he was like, you got to stream on TikTok, man. I said, you ever tried that? And prior to this, I was already streaming.
Yeah.
I was streaming on Instagram. I was streaming on Instagram all the time, especially during COVID. So streaming was nothing new to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, stream on TikTok. You'll love it. You have a good time. Blah, blah. And I started streaming on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because of Justin.
Yeah.
So, like, we returned favors. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
I gave him the followers, and 5 years later, he put me on to battling. Yeah.
Yeah. And you are a live pro. Something that we all like want to attain at some point. But one thing that you've always done since I've met you was, even if we're hanging out with the friends or stuff like that, you're like, all right, guys, I gotta leave. Like, I gotta consistency.
Gotta stream, yeah.
Yeah. And like at first I didn't really quite understand it. I was like, well, he can just stream, later on, or he can just stream earlier. But then, as I started doing it myself, I started to realize, oh no, like there's like...
You gotta be consistent.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't really notice like what actually goes into streaming. I think streaming is like, yes, it's like this new thing and everybody thinks that, you know, it's a very oversaturated field.
Market right now, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's doing it, but the people who are doing it well, that's the difference between them and like most other people. And that's one thing I can say about you is you're probably the most consistent streamer out of anybody in the group.
I have a schedule and I stick to it.
Yeah. And that's something I didn't even know too, because in the beginning I would just like get on randomly and just hope for the best, you know, but then you kind of put me on even further and you're like, hey, you should try out this thing called Discord.
Yeah.
And it's like basically like if you don't know, it's like a group chat where you can like, your viewers can be in there and kind of a little bit more intimate space outside of the live streams. And yeah, you put me onto that. And if I didn't go live at a certain time, they were on my head.
Yeah, they're on your head. Yeah. Hey, it's like a TV show. And shout out to everyone on Petro Gang, by the way, you know, supporting and loving. You guys are amazing. Literally changed my life. But it's like a TV show. Like, you tell them you're going to be on this time, and they know where to find you at what time, you know? So they're consistent with watching you. You owe them that consistency back. You know?
I want to ask you something, and I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it too, because it might be a little bit tough of a question, but with streaming, obviously the more you do it, the more practice you have at it, but being entertaining while just putting the camera down, you're not talking to nobody, like it's just you and the camera. How is it that you can entertain people for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours nonstop? Like, where do you get that from? Because obviously that's a skill that you have to practice. So was that, you were streaming on Instagram and Facebook before, but I feel like even now, like you have this ability to connect with the audience and, you know, make them feel like they're there with you. But that's a skill that not everybody has. So where did you learn that skill?
Honestly, like, you know, the first time I ever turned the camera on to go live was Instagram, and then obviously Facebook and TikTok. But I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna turn it on, and I just was being myself. Just be yourself. Like, have fun with it, you know, and just be yourself and have fun. And it's okay to have intimate moments. It's okay to just, you know, vent or you know, like just give your opinion on stuff. And when you overthink it, that's when it starts to become, you know, you start to get anxious, or you start to be like, all right, maybe I'm not entertaining. Like, don't overthink it. Just be yourself, and people will gravitate towards you, you know, just naturally. You know?
Yeah, you're crushing it, bro. Like, big shout out to you, bro.
Thank you.
Like, I watch you and like I get inspired. Like, I'll literally sit in your streams, and now that like I do it myself, when I'm done streaming, usually I just like, all right, I'm done. Like, I'm off. I don't even want to open up TikTok. But now I find myself like, well, I mean, I've always kind of done it, but now even more than ever, when I get off, I'll join your stream and I'll just sit there and I'll write down game. I'm like, ooh, I like how he does that. I like how he like interacts with them that way. By the way, boom, that's a normal thing. Okay.
No, it's not.
Chat. Okay, look, or not chat. Sorry,
you're not streaming now.
Look, okay, so he has a thing where they're called the Boom Squad, right?
Yeah, Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. Okay, I'm an athlete, a former athlete. Okay, so when something big happens, I go, boom. So I started battling him, and he's like, oh, that's our thing. That's Tom Brady said boom.
But everybody knows that. That's like my niche, you know. Like, I've been doing that for 3.5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're the Bomb Squad. You know, we have a bomb emoji as our team. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So when I heard you say, I was like, what the
hell? No, I mean, when you say it like that, it does kind of feel like I might have taken inspiration.
And then you just said that you hang out in my life a lot.
I do, yeah.
So you probably subconsciously, you know, not even knowing, you know, it just like sits in the back of your head, not even trying.
I know. As I was saying that right now, as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, this isn't looking good for me. But no, I mean, you are somebody that I like look up to, especially like in the live streaming space. Was there any people that you looked at? Obviously, Justin's one of them, but was there any other like people that you watched and learned from? Because, you know, I'm pretty sure just straight out the gate you were raw.
Yeah,
you know?
I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah,
and I started collabing. about to give my man a shout out, Trey from next door.
Oh, Trey next door, yeah.
Trey next door. He's the one that really taught me.
Really?
And me and him got cool, and I invited him over, and we had like a little content like weekend.
Yeah.
And he really pushed me. And he was like, "Oh, this is what you gotta do. You know, like, are you doing this?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Why not?" You know, and just giving me tips. And after that, my boy Prince moved in, and my boy Juju moved in, and he taught us all. And then shout out to Prince and Juju. And then Prince and Juju at the time, then me, Prince and Juju were just like a powerhouse. We were just streaming all day. Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, me, Prince and Juju were on at 3 p.m. and we'll get off at like 3 a.m. every day. We just became a powerhouse because we got inspired from Trey. So it took off from there. Like all of our lives changed. You know, it was just all streaming. You know.
Yeah, I want to talk about something that might be a little like touchy. But obviously answer it how you may. I think at first it was really, really fun when I first started streaming, first start battling. This is awesome. Like this is great. Like I would never want to do anything else. But then after a while you start to realize like streaming is great and I still love the interactions with the people. However, the one thing that is super hard about streaming that nobody really talks about is it does take away time, you know, and that's like one of the most valuable things in life is time. Like we can't get that time back. So is there any like big sacrifices that you have done in the past or still continue to sacrifice to maintain streaming? Because I feel like that's a noble trait on you.
You're about to make me cry. Yeah, man. I stream on the evenings, obviously, because it's more convenient for everybody who obviously works and stuff like that. So, you know, when everyone's hitting me up, you know, let's go to dinner or let's go to a movie, I'm like, I can't. I'm inside. I have to stream. Yeah. You know, so like you do have to make sacrifices. So, and you got to stay consistent. But the only way, like when I get into slumps too, where I don't feel like streaming, and everybody feels like that, you know, and just I find new ways to inspire myself by just switching it up. Maybe it's adding something to the stream. Maybe it's doing something to your stream room. Maybe it's getting out of your stream room, or you know what I mean, like, or not, you know, doing something to re-inspire yourself. You know, because sometimes you hit those slumps where you're like, I don't want to talk to anyone. You know. Yeah. And also like, you know, when I guess because I'm having a bad day, doesn't matter. I still stream. You know. But those are also the tough things you have to like just work through. Yeah, you know.
And that's kind of like why I wanted to ask, because there's a lot of things that people we have a very supportive community. I would say 98% of our community is all positive. They're all supporters and stuff like that. But the other 2%, I feel like a lot of them think like we just have it easy and like everything is just like, oh, they just go live and they get to live their life. But really, like, we sacrifice a lot of things that most people don't sacrifice. Like, I know for me, the biggest thing that I've sacrificed is family time. You know, I would love to spend more time with my family. But at the end of the day, like, I had to pay my bills. I had to, you know, and I don't want to ever be that child that relies on my parents for the rest of their life, you know? So this is something that I had to sacrifice in order to get to where I am or where I want to be. So I'm sure you've sacrificed a lot of stuff in the past that a lot of people don't even know about. So
yeah, 100%. You know, it's like it's not easy, but you know, I'm not over here like saying it's not easy, but I do it. But you know, it's not easy. You know, but I'm blessed. So I instead of thinking about, you know, it
that way,
in that way, you know, think about it as I'm blessed, you know, because I get the opportunity to
100%.
You know what I mean? So like you have to, you know, change the way you think, and then because or else you'll be depressed. And so change the way you think into being saying like, hey, I get to do this. Yeah, like, I'm allowed to do this. You know, everything I prayed for, I've got. You know, so like I just didn't know what it would take when I got it. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say?
He preaches.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I always say, like, why am I complaining about, you know, too much on my plate when I asked to eat?
Ooh.
You know?
Keep going, Petro.
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm blessed. I asked for this, you know. I asked for this and I prayed for this and I got it. So now I want to complain. Now that I got it because I didn't know what comes with it.
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed and you know, I appreciate everything.
All right, well let me shut up now. You're right. No, it is true though, because this is like everything that I did want.
Yeah.
And like I think just hearing stuff like that, like it recenters me. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Like this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we just get caught up in the day to day, and then you forget that there is like an outside perspective.
Yeah, because when it becomes a norm, then you start complaining because now it's normal to you now. You know. Just like anybody with anyone's job, you know, they're like, you get excited when you get hired, you know, and then it gets old fast, you know, and then you're looking for a new job or something new to inspire you. So when it becomes normal, you start to get complacent, and then you start to like complain, and then you know you start to become ungrateful. Yeah, you know, true. And I try to remind myself every day that I'm right where I wanted to be. Yeah,
and I think shout out the 9-to-5 workers. Like I did the 9-to-5 life. I would never say, I'm not that person to say, oh yeah, 9-to-5 is easy.
Oh no, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, 9-to-5's tough. I did corporate sales and knocking on doors, and
it's tough.
It's tough.
Shout out to y'all, man, for real.
Yeah, need you guys in our life. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we do have it a lot better and a lot easier than most people. And
so you have to remind yourself. Yeah,
that, you know? I have to remind myself. Look at you, man, just being a good unk right now.
Not the unk, guys. I'm the oldest in the group. If you guys don't know, we have an STG YouTube group. I'm the oldest in the group. I'm 32.
Damn.
So they always do like these old jokes, but I'm like, hey, before I'm 40, we're all gonna be in our 30s. Besides Ant.
Yeah, Ant. You know, it's crazy. Ant will be 20, like 20,
26. Yeah, he's only 22, right?
23? Yeah, 22. I think he just turned 22.
Yeah. So, like, but besides him, all of us are going to be in our 30s together. So, I don't want to hear them old jokes.
You're going to be in your 40s.
No, I won't. I'm 32.
We'll
so,
be
we
in our
got 8
30s.
years
together.
We're all going to be in our 30s. So, I don't want to hear nothing when we're all in our 30s together.
It's so funny because, like, I think about, like, your age, and I'm like, dang, you're started with 19. I was born in 2000.
Yeah. Well, Larry just turned 29.
Yeah.
Right? You're 25, right?
Yeah.
25? I was about to say 26. Juju's 26, I believe. All of you guys are 25 and older, except Ant.
Except for Ant, yeah. Because he's like a couple months younger than me.
Yeah, and how old is Reese?
He's 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
So he's 26.
Before I'm 40, you're all going to be in the 30s. We're all going to enjoy our 30s together.
Yeah, but then you're going to be 40 first, and you're going to be 50 first.
Oh. Of course I'm going to be 40 first, but I got 8 years. We're all going to be in our 30s.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we just talked about STG a little bit. Is STG like the first group that you were ever a part of? Because I know you've done like a lot of collabs in the past, but to be honest, I'm not even too sure like who you've collabed with outside of Justin, Prince, and now Trey Next Door. Mm-hmm. Is STG like the first like? I mean, we're officially a group, but there's like little groups in the past where you make consistent content with. Was there any other groups outside of those people?
I mean, I had people that I would just collab with, but I didn't have a consistent group like we have now. Yeah. And I'm very grateful for that because I've always wanted to venture into YouTube myself, but I had no clue how to start it. You know?
And that was going to be my next question is obviously crushing the live streams, crushing TikTok, crushing Instagram and all that. But like, is there any future projects that like you kind of can give us a little bit of insight on like what you want to do?
100%. Like this is the next couple of months. I'm just like, brainstorming of ideas, but 2026, I want to come out the gate swinging on my personal page for YouTube. So, and shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to STG for opening that door for me because I didn't know how to start. Like everybody just says, just record. Like I don't know what I'm doing, So it's like I'm a little timid when I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll just stay in my comfort zone, So shout out to STG for pulling me out of my comfort zone and giving and having a group of guys that I can come to when I have questions and that's not a lot of people don't have that. Like I have a group where I could write in the group chat like, hey, what do I do with this? Like that's so amazing.
Valuable,
That's very valuable.
I think that's like the cool thing with like our group is we're a little bit different from other groups. I think some other groups they started off together and then learned things together as they went, whereas we all kind of did our own thing and we eventually came together and made a group. But with that benefit is we all have our own like inherited traits. Mm-hmm. So like I came from the videography background and like I like the podcast setup and stuff like that, whereas like Larry and Zay
everybody brings their own little like seasoning, you know, and then which is good because like you said, if we learned it all together, no one's learning anything new.
Yeah.
You know, so we've all had our own platforms, like just in case they don't know, you know, and then we just combined them. Yeah. And we put them together and we created this powerhouse. We just hit 100K on YouTube, by the way.
Getting our plaque soon.
Yeah. I believe in less than a year. Like it's going very well. Yeah. You know?
And we're going to do a 24-hour stream December 13th. Yeah.
Yeah. 24-hour stream. Stay tuned. Yeah. But, it's awesome to go to a group chat that everybody has different insights on. Hey, it's not even. It won't even just be for content. I go in there and be like, "Hey, does anybody know I have a dog groomer?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, but someone knows something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that group chat's my chat GBT. Like, you know what I mean? Like and we all are there for each other. I think it's so cool. You know?
I think a lot of people always ask me that too when they meet me in person who like don't know us. They're like, "Are you guys actually friends, or do you guys just like work together?" I'm like, "No, we work together, but like we were friends before we started making content,
right?"
And we didn't even make YouTube videos until like 6 months into us knowing each other. We were making like TikToks, but I don't really count that.
Yeah, we're doing TikToks, but we didn't do YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's a whole different beast.
Yeah,
it's a whole different animal. So you want to start doing your own projects. What type of stuff do you want to do? Because I know there's so many different lanes. Like, I mean, Larry, Zay, and Reese kind of do the family content.
Yeah, they're crushing it too, by the way. They just started their own personal pages to go watch them. They're crushing it.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, I'm the podcast guy. So do you have like a lane that you kind of want to fall under, or should we just keep that a surprise?
No, that's okay. It's okay. I'm still brainstorming. So I'm okay, like I'm in the headspace of I have a bunch of ideas and I'm going to just, you know, be creative and let them flow.
Yeah.
And then see eventually like how I find my niche and what works for me and what feels most comfortable. But I was thinking about, you know, vlogs, but I want to do like exciting vlogs, you know, doing like activities, and I want to do cooking with my mom. They love my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
They love my mom, like doing cooking videos with my mom. So I have a bunch of ideas.
Yeah.
But like I just want to run and have fun and then figure out my niche on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Or what works the best for, you know, me and my audience, you know, while I'm doing it. You know?
And you have a lot of people around you. It's like you can really make all that happen.
Yeah.
You know, you have me, you have obviously all the STG guys, you have people who can like actually put the content together like on a physical standpoint. I think you can really crush it, and it's like no secret that like in STG you're literally like 90% of the comments, you know, like your facial expressions are like, it just, I don't know how you do it, but your facial expressions are exactly how the audience like feels in that moment, and they always call you out on it.
Yeah, I always get comments about my facial expressions. I swear, I'm just so like animated, and I don't know how to hide my facial expressions. I don't, you know, they just come out and they be like, why you look like that? Look, I'm like, oh, I don't even realize I'm doing it, you know? So
I think YouTube's going to be your thing. I think eventually, obviously the battles are amazing. I think they're great. This is me speaking on you, so whatever, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think YouTube is where you're gonna really go to that next level, because I think people love you. People they have that genuine like compassion for you and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Obviously, the comment sections, it's not really hard to tell. Literally, go to any STG video. It's Petro this, Petro that, Petro this. You know. So I think YouTube is really where you're gonna go to that next level.
Yeah, and I'm excited. You know, and I always want to like. I'm always excited for what's new, what's next. You know, and I'm excited to, you know, next year start that that new journey, that new chapter, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm starting off with you know, with already like 40,000 subscribers just off shorts.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's next, and obviously I would never stop streaming. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So like I just feel like I owe that to that community, you know? Like they've done so much for me, but obviously it would be less.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I would ever stop streaming. You know,
Yeah.
but I am excited for something new, and I am excited to start my, new journey, something fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's what I've told my streaming community as well. Like, should the podcast go to that next level? And I think it's doing pretty well. I think it's on a good trajectory.
Yeah, you're crushing it. Good job, man.
Thank you, bro. It's good to hear that. I hear it often. But yeah, like, if the podcast does really well, eventually I do want to peel back a little bit on the streaming, and like I'll just have more quality streams rather than just trying to hit the quantity metric.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, so I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the same thing that you're going to do.
100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also obviously I'm gonna keep streaming, but like I'm gonna stream a little less, but I feel like I just owe it to that community. But we're gonna just have better streams, like you said, like more you said, quality. Way much better quality. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for your journey, bro. Obviously, I'm here to help you in whatever you need. So
let's do it.
I'm excited for that. But I do want to say something about your fandoms.
What about it?
A Giants fan?
Because I'm from New York.
Okay, so you're a Giants fan. Are you just a football guy, or do you watch any other sports?
I love football, yo. Cam Scatterboo. Shout out to Cam Scatterboo. He better comment on this video. Shout out to Cam Scatterboo. Jackson Dart. Okay, I'm not answering your question, but yes, I'm a huge Giants fan.
Of course, yeah.
Funny part is I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Yankee fan, obviously from New York, but I'm a Laker fan.
Okay, explain that. That sounds a little bandwagon-y.
It sounds bandwagon-y. I get it. But Kobe, man. Kobe was my Jordan.
Okay.
Kobe was my Jordan, and I watched Kobe I didn't get to watch Jordan. I was too young to watch Jordan actually, play. So I grew up and Kobe when you throw when you throw something in the trash, Kobe was my guy, and I just stuck with my team. So.
Yeah. I always wonder if the Kobe will eventually die out. Like the saying.
I believe Kobe. It is, man. I just heard my little brother. I have an age gap sibling, by the way. He's 13.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, and he balled up he had something in his hand. He balled up a trash and he shot it. He said Curry.
Oh.
I said what?
What did you say?
I said what? He just disrespect the GOAT. Shout out to Steph Curry too. I get it, he's hooping, but it's always been nostalgic to hear Kobe.
Yeah,
I was like, is Kobe dying out? Is the Kobe
that's sad to see.
Terms dying out.
It's funny. I wasn't huge into basketball until later on in my life, so I never really got to experience the full Kobe experience.
Kobe was a dog, man.
Is there any games that did you ever go to any of his games where you saw him?
Of course, I went to the game that he dropped 41 in Brooklyn versus the Brooklyn Nets. Oh man, he was a dog, man.
Yeah, if you had to,
and anybody who's an athlete. Right? Who's an athlete or even just a competitor in any, it could be their workplace, it could be in the gym, it could be just being competitive, can respect Kobe. Kobe was just a competitor.
The mentality.
Yeah, that Mamba mentality. He didn't care about anything else but winning.
Yeah.
That's a mentality that anybody can incorporate into any aspect of their life,
Yeah. I bring all those things up.
Take your time.
Could have get that one out. Pause. I say I
didn't want to get it out. He's loving it.
All right. This is my podcast, Petro.
You guys know this is. If you guys don't know, this is us, man.
Yeah, this is how we talk in the North. It's actually a lot worse. We're actually keeping it really PG.
We're giving you a
PG version.
A glimpse.
Okay, I asked Reese this. He gave me his answer. All right. So I'm gonna ask you this now, since we're straying away from the athlete talk and we're heading towards the pause talk. Mm-hmm. We have an internal ranking system of who is the most suspect. So
all jokes, by the way.
All jokes, of course. Yeah. We all laugh for a living.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
So all jokes, but Reese gave me his ranking.
Yeah.
And I believe you're number 3 or number 2 on his rankings.
I'm 2?
Yeah. So
I don't know. You and Roger are up there.
So now I'm asking.
Hey, we got proof. You're up there. I think you're top 2, but you're not 2.
I have some. My problem is I have bad screenshots.
It looks terrible.
I got really bad screenshots.
And Roderick be saying
some crazy stuff. So now I'm gonna ask you, what is Petro's official rankings for who is the most, you know?
You gotta be number 1, big dog.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I'll take it on the chin.
Yeah, I know you will. You see, that's why it's number 1. Look. It's bad. I mean, we got definitely number 1. Definitely Rod 2. Like that. That's an easy one too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's see, 3.
You got to be able to put yourself in there.
Is 3 me?
I say. It's,
I was like 3.
I think you or Reese hold that spot. You and Reese hold that
3
spot.
Me? Yeah, I play around a lot too. But it's like there's a huge gap between 1, 2, and 3. Like I swear, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I know it's 1, 2, 3, but it's like 1, 2, 3. Like, there's a huge gap, you know?
Yeah.
But I do play around a lot, so I say me, hey Reese.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys just
fall into.
Yeah, they just fall in. Yeah,
they just don't like to have fun.
Yeah, they don't have enough fun.
Yeah, they don't have enough fun. They're very
lighten up, have some fun.
Yeah, just lighten up. Just take
don't
it.
overthink it. It's okay.
Yeah, just take it every now and then. You know what I mean?
Pause. That's why you're number 1. That's exactly why you're number 1.
Yeah, they're bad. You can't say nothing around the group anymore.
No, you can't.
All right. So
I also believe it's just we love to laugh. So
yeah.
Any excuse to laugh, man. Laughter is the best thing, you know.
Well, I think the reason why. Well, I mean, they all grew up playing sports too, but we grew up in a football locker room, you know, and there is a difference between a football locker room, a basketball locker room, and a baseball locker room. Yep. And that was why I originally brought up the first topic was you grew up playing sports as well. And
yeah, football.
You played, it was just football? I thought you played baseball as well.
Yeah, no, I played a little baseball, but then I started really playing football. Like football, I had pads on since I was 5.
Really?
Yeah.
How was football in New York? I don't really know much about New York football.
Well, they take it serious. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like, I had a great time playing football, you know, in the East Coast, but Florida takes football serious. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, my God. Yeah. I moved to Florida, and I saw these kids, like, they were crushing it, like, and Pop Warner kids. Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, my, they take football so serious in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got distracted, but no, it was good. It was really good. I had pads on since I was 5. Like, I played football my whole life. I wanted to play basketball, but the seasons
overlapped.
Yeah. And I wasn't ready to give up football. You know, I was fast, so I played like quarter, receiver, punt returner. Yeah. Mostly that stuff, you know.
So you were like the guy I'd run over when I'd play. Okay, makes sense.
No, I'd be the guy you couldn't catch. You weren't catching me. You weren't catching me.
So you played all the way up into high school, or?
Yeah, in high school too.
Yeah. Did you ever go to college? I don't.
Oh, I went to community college and I dropped out after half a semester.
Just wasn't for you.
Half a semester, I was like, I hate school. Yeah. I'm really bad at math, so when they put me in a trigonometry, I'm like, nah.
Once they started introducing like letters, that was when
I was done. Like that. Find the X. I circled the X. I was like, I'm not sitting
there. There it is.
And funny part, hey, shout out to all my teachers, right? All right, for saying you can't use a calculator because you'll never have a calculator with you your whole life.
Guess what?
What the hell is this, you liar?
I could never tell you. Okay, shout out to our teachers, and we need that.
The future, you know.
Yeah, but I have never in my life used a square plus b square equals c square. There's nothing
Y
in my life.
mx plus b. Find the slope. What are we doing?
Exactly.
I want to learn about credit scores, man.
Exactly.
I want to learn about how to do my taxes. Teach me the stuff that really matters.
Exactly.
But they're just doing their job, you know.
Yeah.
But I really believe that schools should teach that, a life 101 class.
That would be
credit. You know how credit works.
Yeah.
We just thrown into this world blindly. Mm-hmm. And we have no clue what's going on. Like, I've messed up my credit bad, and I didn't even know how to fix it, and I didn't know how to do taxes. Like, you know, like, I think simple things like that needs to be incorporated in public schools. Cause besides that, you're kind of like just thrown out there to the wolves. You know,
100%. I feel like obviously when you turn 18, you're technically an adult. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when you turn 18 and like when you move out on your own, that's really when your life starts, because you don't know nothing. Yeah. Like, I just figured out how to find a tax guy. I just figured out credit and stuff like that, and how to use it. So I feel like I'm like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, again. Utilities, it's everything. Like, you know, like when you move out, that's when it's the real world smacks you in the face. You know, it's like you said, credit guy, tax guy, and I was like, what? They would like, when I first moved out, they're like, okay, just call the electric company and put the electric on. I was like, call who?
Call who?
I was like, Mom? Who do I call?
Yeah.
How do I put the lights on?
Yeah.
You know, but then you also realize how hard life is.
Yeah.
It's tough, man. So I really feel like lessons like that in school would really help, you know.
Yeah. But, shout out to Mom. Shout out to Mama Clips. Yeah. Are you guys here to stay? Because I know she has her own spot out here in Arizona.
Yeah. But she lives kind of far from me, but she lives out here, obviously, in Arizona as well. So I feel like my mom's never going to not be in my content. You know? It might be spaced out, you know?
Yeah.
But she'll never not be. She's the one that started it with me.
So. Well, I meant more so in Arizona.
Oh, I don't know. I would never... I can't even sit here and tell you that I'll be in Arizona for the rest of my life. Like, I move so much. I'm like I love free will. Like, I express it a lot. I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy adventure, excitement.
Yeah.
New beginnings. I love it. So I don't even know if I'll be here forever. You know? Yeah. And so
for you, what does like a normal Petro day look like? Because I think my day, I'll tell you just a little bit about my day, and then, you know, give you time to think about yours. For me, like when I wake up, I say I like to go to the gym, but does it happen all the time? I don't know. But I like to go to the gym. I usually come back and like I do some editing, and then you know, if STG has something, then we'll do something. Like I know we're filming right after this podcast.
Yeah.
And then streaming. So what does a day look like for you? Because we all kind of joke around with you, because this guy doesn't wake up until the sun is already on its way down.
I wake up at 11.
No.
Yes, I do. I do wake up at 11. Just because I'm not in the group chat at 11, it takes me a little bit to like, you know, the wheels to turn.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he's making a joke, so I'll tell you guys, I'm a night owl. I don't know why I love my body just works better at night. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll be tired all day, and then when nighttime comes, I'm wide awake. So I guess I'm a night owl. I probably go to bed like around 3-4 a.m. every night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I do wake up at 11. So I wake up at 11. I'll usually clean up, because when I stream, I make a mess, you know, and I'm not going to clean it up that night. So I kind of like reset my house, because I have fun on stream. So whatever happens, let's have fun. So I wake up, I reset my house, you know, because I don't want to, you know, deal with that. And then I hit the gym. After the gym, I'll grab lunch, eat some food, and then after that, I'm scrolling, you know, looking for, you know,
new content ideas.
Yeah, new content ideas to bounce off of, and, you know, make it my own. And then content ideas to bounce off of. You didn't see what I said? Nah. That wasn't Ayo.
That's
so
right.
Cut it out. And then I film.
Yeah.
I usually I try to post every day. So I post at least 5 times a week.
I was gonna ask
5 days out of the week I'm posting.
Thank you for bringing that up. I was gonna ask you that. Everybody has what works for them. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. I am the worst content creator ever.
I know. You don't post.
I post once every 2 weeks.
You don't post, big dog. Why don't you post?
Well, it's because I'm just so busy. Like I guess everybody.
You're so busy.
Like, okay, so I stream almost every day. Almost.
No, you don't. He's lying. I understand it's the podcast, but you're my friend, and I know you. No, you don't.
Okay, I stream about 4.
You post. You stream like 3-4 days a week.
Yeah, 3-4 days a week. Yeah, and then I edit.
And you stream for like 2 hours. I stream 5 hours, 5 days a week.
STG.
It sounds like excuses to me, big dog.
Well, this isn't about me. This is about you now. For me, I post like once or twice a week, if that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. But my stuff does good, and it's worked for me.
No, it does well.
So
I guess I can't say it's bad. If it's
working.
If it's working.
But it could be better.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. No, obviously we're joking, but like for you, what have you found? Like, what's your formula that works for you?
Well, I try to post at least 5 days. I used to post every day, but I'm starting to feel like when I post every day, I'm flooding my page with less quality videos. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I want to start giving my audience better videos, not just throwing something up to say I threw it up.
Yeah.
So I used to post every day. So now it's gone down to where I post content to like 4 or 5 days a week. But I want better content.
Yeah.
Good content, you know? I don't feel like they don't deserve I just threw this up.
Yeah.
You know?
Would you ever start dabbling into like a more, because I think a lot of your content now, because obviously I'm your friend, so I watch a lot of your content. It's like a lot of like the sounds and the trendy audios. Would you ever start to dabble into like things like, obviously not the come with me's and stuff like that, but would you ever start doing like certain vlogs or that kind of style? Do you see yourself doing that?
I don't want to get into the vlogs for my personal reels, because that's what I want to do on YouTube.
Good idea.
You know?
Great idea.
YouTube, you're gonna get like all of me, literally. You know, you're gonna get all of me on the YouTube vlogs. So I'm gonna keep my content the way it is. You know what I mean? Because I want people to go to YouTube for something different. You know? Okay, I get to know Petro more. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I think TikTok is I've said this, I don't know if I've said this on any other podcast, but I think TikTok and Instagram, well, first it's like a funnel, right? At the top of the funnel, we have TikTok, and TikTok is like what gets you out there. And that's where you find your audience. And then if you can funnel them over to Instagram, that's where you get like a little bit deeper of a connection, because for some odd reason, like Instagram, people are just like their aura, like they care too much about how they look and who they follow. So if you can get somebody to follow you on Instagram, that's a big deal. But then YouTube, even harder. For some odd reason, people just do not want to subscribe. So please go subscribe right now.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, engage with it. You know, like, because
YouTube's tough, man. Yeah, it's not easy.
So I think if you can, I like the idea of getting the audience funneled into your YouTube. So yeah, great idea.
So if I'm giving them, like, I want to give them something I don't give them on TikTok and Instagram. So give them a reason to come over and, you know, interact and engage with my videos. So I want to give them that more personal me on YouTube. So give them a reason to watch, you know? Yeah.
I was on a panel this past weekend, and they asked me a question, and it really like got my wheels turning, and I had an answer in the moment, so I'll tell you what my answer was, but I'll tell you the questions first so you can think about it. And it really like made me stop and think, if Instagram and Facebook and TikTok or any platform, if all your like following got wiped, how would you restart? And like, what do you do now? So like for me, what I answered, and maybe this will be the same answer as you, but I said I would find my target demographic first. I would find out who's my audience. Because I think when I first started, you guys just collabed me. And it was like, all right, well, my audience is their audience. You know?
Yeah,
so,
but you have to find your niche.
Yeah, so I think if I were to restart, I'd be like, okay, well, what type of content would I want to make? And I think this could be like a good... Like if somebody is watching this and they want to get into content, I think this would be good for them to hear, because I think a lot of them are at that point that we were at some point where we didn't have followings and we didn't know what we were doing. So for me, it was find a target demographic and try to make content that I think that they would like. So now I ask this to you. If all your following were to get wiped away, how would you restart, and you know, what would you do?
It's a little bit different for me, because I already found my niche. But someone who's brand new, someone who's like brand new, like just trying to see how they could build their audience and build their content. I would say post just post.
Yeah.
And then like literally whatever you like or trend you enjoy, just post. Yeah. And then eventually you're gonna see which videos are doing better, and you're gonna find your niche. And once you find your niche, just run with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was one of those questions that like really made me stop and think. Mm-hmm. And there was another question.
It's all about finding your niche. Finding, hey, who am I? What are they coming to my page for?
Yeah.
What is my audience like? And what do my audience enjoy? And once you find that, just run with it.
I think, I know we joked about like me not posting a lot, but I think it comes from a good space in my head. I need to be less, and this could be for anybody watching this. I care almost too much about what I'm posting, because like for me, if I post something, I always ask myself, well, would I watch this? Would I watch the entire thing, or would I just scroll past? So like for me, I don't.
You're being too hard on yourself.
Yeah, I don't post until like every second in that video kept me to say, because in the way social media is now, like all of our attention span is done.
Yeah. That's why they're bringing Vine back.
Yeah, I saw that. It's called Redivine or something like that.
Yeah. Our attention spans are shit right now.
And like that was with TikTok. At least TikTok has like, you can, typically most videos are around 30 to a minute. But now with Vine coming back, it's going to go back to 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Our attention spans are really bad right now. You're right. No, you're right. But I would like to give you some advice. Just post.
Yeah.
Just post. Don't overthink it, I've done videos where I put so much effort and I was like, this one's gonna hit, and they don't hit. And then there's videos where I did no effort and I'm like, this is crap. They're gonna hate it, and it goes viral. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't overthink it. Have fun. Remember why you're doing it. Yeah. And remember, sometimes you have to remind yourself, I'm here to have fun. Like have fun with it. And when you remember why you fell in love with it, that's when you'll be able to just post whatever you want.
It's so funny that you say that.
Have fun with it, big dog.
Yeah, you just unlocked something in my head, because I grew up a YouTube kid. I love YouTube. This is my passion. YouTube. If I can just do YouTube and nothing else, I would do it.
Yeah.
And YouTube is something that I grew up loving. I love YouTube content, but obviously without Instagram and TikTok, I wouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. And I grew up with this passion for content, but then when I went to school for marketing. So, I learned all the ins and outs, and I also do love behind the scenes. I do love like hearing about the algorithm and how like people like Mr. Beast can like trick the algorithm into getting this massive amount of followings and stuff like that. So, and even this podcast, like I love hearing how you figured it out, so then I can take it back and like, okay, maybe I can do that. But you saying that right now just made me like, I just need to I love this. Let me just do what I need to do. Like, this is just fun for me. But I just get so caught up in this transition needs to be here, and if I don't have this caption, it has to be this color.
What it is, when you first start doing content, you love it because you wanted to do it. You're having fun.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing content for so long, it becomes a norm, and then it becomes a job. You know what I'm trying to say? And then once it becomes a job, it's no longer fun anymore.
Yeah.
So just gotta remind yourself, hey, I used to have fun doing this.
Yeah.
Go back to having fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I promise your videos they could feel the genuine you, and you go back to having fun and your videos will do very well. Go back to having fun. You'll be fine.
Well, you just gave me some good advice. I'm over here thinking like, man, I need to go do this now. I need to go do this.
No, because it happens to me. And I just got to remind myself, hey, why did we start? Because it was fun. We started because it was fun. So I'm going to go back to having fun and stop overthinking and then that's when you get the real me. That's when you get genuine reactions. That's when you get genuine videos.
Yeah.
Just go back to having fun, and that's when your videos will hit again.
Well, I think that's a compliment to you. I think you've shown your true authentic self through social media, and I think that's why you have such an audience that loves you the way they love you. And that's me telling you, like, I'm sure you're the one telling me, but now I'm telling you, like, don't forget that you have a large audience that loves you, and they'll do anything for you. They quite literally on the live battles, they just cook me every single night.
Love you guys. Shout out to Petro gang.
Yeah, we've beaten you a couple times though, so
I don't remember. Maybe I am getting old because I don't remember you winning a single battle.
You just catch us on our slow days.
Every day's a slow day.
All right, Petro. Well, I had a great time, bro. I think you're crushing it, and I can't wait to see your new projects come out because I think people are gonna see a whole new side of you. I think you show a lot already, but I think there's another side that people don't even know that you have.
Yeah.
And that's the side that I get to see. So I'm excited for you to do the YouTube journey because I think that's when you're gonna go to that next level. So thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I want to say thank you for having me on this podcast. I appreciate it, big dog.
Yeah,
you're doing great.
Thanks, brother.